2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers, I see who you are. My morning ritual, thanks for having me over. Start with audiovisual, dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasions a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to watermelon day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1, 2, 3, peace.
Alright, let's do the mic.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on Thursday, March 23rd, 2023. I am Bomani Armah, and we are 134 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. We are here to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. I apologize if this week my shows have been a little shaky. I'm refiguring my studio, about to bring in a whole bunch of new artists to start working on the new album. I'm about to start my new show called Eat that I do live on Sundays with my first guest, Drew Anderson. Just a little bit of growing pains. My keyboard is not working exactly right now, so I'm not going to end with the Black National Anthem. But I am going to be back full force next week, and I would love for y'all to join me Sunday for Eat. I'll give you more information about that later. But first, let's start off with our libation. Today's libation is for Walter Anthony Rodney. Walter Rodney, March 23rd, 1942 to June 13th, 1980. Only 38 years old when he was killed, Dr. Walter Rodney was an internationally acclaimed author of 6 scholarly books and numerous academic articles that documented the devastating effects of slavery and colonial imperialism in Africa and the Caribbean. He extended his critical analysis to explain how those effects continued to prevent the progress of newly formed neo-colonial governments. His framework was Marxist ideology focused on working classes. He was critical of capitalism because it promoted individualism instead of cooperative communal efforts. Let's read this quote for Walter Rodney. A culture is a total way of life. It embraces what people ate and what they wore, the way they walked and the way they talked, the manner in which they treated death and greeted the newborn. Walter Rodney from How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. Let me read this powerful quote again. A culture is a way of life. Excuse me. A culture is a total way of life. It embraces what people ate and what they wore, the way they walked and the way they talked, the manner in which they treated death and greeted the newborn. Walter Rodney. Doing it for the culture became a catchphrase about a decade ago. Doing it for the total way of life. That's what Walter Rodney did with his short 38 years. He rebuked the effect on neo-colonial governments and the unbridled capitalism that led to slavery and destruction, and still haunts us to this day. Actually, haunt actually isn't the greatest word to use here. It makes us think that it's a ghost from a previous era that's only spooking us. This current era has its own colonial and imperialism problems, as well as problems just inventing money out of thin air and not sharing it with the people. Walter Rodney went in on all that. He wanted his people to escape the ills of imperialism and to just enjoy what we wear, the way we talked, and the way we celebrated life and mourned the dead. He wanted us to do it for the culture. That's my mission for today and every day. Thank you, Walter Rodney, for this wisdom. Let's pour a libation for Walter Rodney. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flames still flickers, we pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. Honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation is for one Mr. Walter Anthony Rodney. All right, friends. So thank y'all very much for joining me. I want to let you know once again, I'm doing a little bit of a weird setup. I'm not going to end with me playing the Black National Anthem. We're getting ready to have the studio back even better next week. But I want to also make sure you come through this Sunday for this virtual event at 11 a.m. available only on my Patreon page. I want you to join us for EAT, Educators and Artists Talk. My guest will be Mr. Drew Anderson. Don't worry, I'm still working on the flyer design. I'm gonna make it better and better for every episode. I'm gonna have a new episode hopefully the week after that. But Drew Anderson is the perfect artist to begin with. We are both on the Arts for Learning roster here in Maryland. I think I put him onto the roster, even though Jamal the Black Root might claim otherwise. But I want to play for you a little bit of the promo video that is on the Arts for Learning website, where he talks about his art form and give you some insight on what my brother, Mr. Drew Anderson, does. Here we go.
Yeah, it's a parody. Yeah, it's a parody. Yeah, this is a parody. A song where we spoofing now, woo! In Crunk Academy. Shout out to Spoof School. Yeah, this is a parody. Sort of a remix. Switch up the lyrics. Yeah, that's how you tweak it. Hi, I'm Drew Anderson, former science teacher turned nationally credentialed teaching artist, and is founder of Spoof School and Crunk Academy. What I do is help students make learning fun by making fun of their learning. Spoof School uses the craft of musical parody to make the unfamiliar familiar by connecting students' schoolwork to their everyday lives. From turning lesson objectives into hooks to converting unit content into whole songs, Spoof School will engage your students speaking, listening, paraphrasing, critical thinking, and compare and contrast skills through a standards-based, fun approach. The teachers choose the unit, the students choose the music, and together we make music out of the unit. My spoof scholars and I have created songs about English. They got lost in this grammar, swag, indent when you start a paragraph, when you pause it's a comma, period when you won't stop, bruh. Math, 918, 27, 36, 45. That's 9 times 5, after which the digits switch, cause 54 is a mirror image. We all know our nines, we all know our nines, we all know our nines. Test readiness, test. They don't even get me stressed. Ace them all, put them tests to rest. Walk in hundreds on my test. Please tell me who wanna test. Know the answers, I don't have to guess. Pop quiz, guess who tests? Pop quiz, guess who tests? Anti-bullying. Lil bully, you can't bully me if you wanted to. I come to school so that I can learn and not to run you. Get detention, get suspicion, both that's what you're gonna do. You just bully me cause with yourself you uncomfortable. Huh. And Black history. Freedom fighters in this fight for independence. Watch me crank that Malcolm X at Militia Bass. Let's go. Huey for Booker T. Huey W.E.B. Huey Sojourner Truth. Huey Nat Turner too. But wait, there's more. In addition to Spoof School, I also offer a broader program called Crunk Academy. Crunk stands for Creative, Rapturous, Unified, Natural, and Knowledgeable. And through Crunk Academy, I engage students not only through parody, but also through drama, poetry, hip-hop, and comedy. So book me, Drew Anderson, today for a Spoof School or Crunk Academy assembly, residency, professional development, workshop, or early learning session, virtual or in person. And remember, this is a parody. Similar lyrics now, but when you listen now, don't it sound different now? Yeah, it's Mr. Anderson, the founder of Spoof School. Come around Spoof School, you about to spoof too.
Yeah. Highlighting one of my favorite organizations and one of my favorite teaching artists, just an incredible writer, really good, cool dude all the way around. He actually has a play that's premiering this weekend. It is called Push the Button. I will make sure there's some information in the link that you can go in the description of the show where you can find out more about it. But definitely join us Sunday morning as I will be talking to him about his work in the classroom, his work as a playwright, as a film writer, as a poet, as a host, as an MC. We'll talk about some of the hints he has for you engaging young people, making sure they're having fun with their education. I'm really excited about this. Friends, that is my program for today. Thank y'all very much. There are 3 things that I want you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. When I count to 3, I need y'all to say peace, throw up the deuces. I'll talk to y'all soon. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Hold it now, melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from D.